Buenos dias, Millennials, and welcome back to another advanced lesson in Millennial Money. I'm your host, Alexandra Gonzalez. Today, we have an incredibly special interview for you guys, where I sat down with Robert and saw a side of him I've never seen before, one that was honest, truthful, raw, and it got a little emotional. But in this episode, we find out why a millionaire like him does what he does, what guides him, and what drives him. So let's use this episode to enlighten us all on how to find our true purpose in life.
I just know that, like your father, he went to military school, and I went to military school. And notice the people that have had really tough mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual training, they're tougher.
Yeah.
So I came out of the academy, like your dad. He went in the Navy, I went in the Marine Corps, and we come out tougher, internally stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you guys get that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I call it spiritual intelligence at this point. And then, let me draw this picture. You guys have seen it before. But again, if you look at it this way, this is intelligences. And this is what makes us up. This makes us human beings. We have mental intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We have physical intelligence. Like Tiger Woods is a fantastic golfer. I suck, And then you have emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence, they call it EQ, is the most important. Because I get my feelings hurt all the time. I get angry. I hallucinate in my head. I think things that aren't true. But the biggest one of all is the spiritual. And the difference between mental and spiritual, it's very simple. Mental causes two. So man, woman, good, bad, up, down. Where spiritual is one. So I'll give you an example. Why do I do my work? Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was driving down the road and I saw this young guy. God, just broke my heart. He's standing there in the hot Phoenix sun. He says, unemployed, need money to feed the kids and all that. Now, mentally I could say, well, get a job, you idiot, da-da-da. But spiritually, I am him. I feel for him. Yeah. So in my work, I work for this. I don't need the money.
Yeah.
But as my teacher was Dr. R. Buckminster Fuller. And he says, I don't work for me, I work for everyone. And that was one of the biggest lessons I got from the military. From the military was very high spiritual intelligence. That's why your dad and I get along so well. Because when we went into combat, which is a horrible experience of good and bad people, enemy and friends, But when we climbed into our aircraft, there was a crew of 5. We became one. It is the best feeling, as horrible as it is, flying into combat, because we might not come back. But it was the highest feeling of all. It was spiritual. And I'm afraid it's not just millennials, it's human beings, Well, is this good? Is this bad? Is this the best Vuitton shirt? Can I get it at a better price? Or he's cute, or she's cute, but is there somebody better, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on.
So you guys are stuck in your head, and I think you should get more into your spirit, saying, what can I do for my fellow human being?
Yeah.
What can I do for the environment? And I think the biggest secret of my success is I have all, we all have these. We all have some degree of physical things we do. Yeah. Emotionally, I'm a basket case a lot of the time, I get upset, I get angry, I get sad, I get my feelings hurt. And I'm always, this is good, this is bad, this is, you watch politics, it's all good and bad, it's a bunch of BS. But what keeps me going is this, and it's spiritual.
Yeah.
Is how can I serve others? How can I serve the planet? How can I fix this problem? And millennials, it's not just millennials, it's just human beings in general. Yeah. If you can get back to being one, being compassionate, you'll always have idiots here. You'll always have idiots here and idiots here. But just stay in your spirit.
Yeah.
So like when I saw that guy, he's probably 45 years old, I couldn't imagine being a father saying, I need money for my kids. And, I gave him a few bucks, but it doesn't help.
No.
When I gave him a few bucks, I was just saying, hey, we're one.
Yeah.
I feel your pain. And so what's happening, I think, it's not just millennials, it's human beings are idiots,
Yeah.
We inflict a lot of pain. But this is spiritual intelligence, is how do we make it one? Like my love of trees. When I see people cutting down trees, I want to kill them.
Yeah.
I want to kill them. But, and then the oceans, it just breaks my heart because I grew up in the oceans.
Oh, yeah.
So when we're in our spiritual, in our heart, in our silence of the brain, of the mind, then we're most effective.
And I think you nailed it there, Robert, because I think a lot of us haven't made the shift from being just inner and mental to spiritual.
Right.
And so we're so concentrated on me.
Correct.
And it's been because of the era we grew up in, and just all these platforms are just about me. And so I think if a lot of us made the shift from mental to spiritual and concentrated on the greater good, we'd do a lot better in life, be more successful too. And it's just, it's sad that we have lived our lives so small instead of thinking bigger. And I think what you said too is what really pushed you are these critics and are these are when your feelings have been hurt. And I grew up and I had a hard time because my dad in the Marine, he grew up with 4 brothers, and here we are, 4 women growing up with a soldier, and he would push us in a very hard way. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I understood until now why that.
Yeah.
And I took it very painfully, but it also, I understand now that it was for the greater good.
Correct.
And that's what pushed me, and I think we need to use these platforms that we have to develop that and find that pain and create into something good. So when I see...
go here.
Go spiritual. So when I see these comments, what helped me was use them, hold them, know that they have a little bit of truth behind them, and make them, help them make me into a better person.
And so the compliment, I will pay to millennials. Mm-hmm. I think your generation is more socially conscious.
Yeah.
You want to take on these challenges. You want to right the wrongs of the past, and so you're more stepping up to. I hate to say it, but where the military was, we were here not for us, we were here for a higher cause. And I noticed that with the millennials, you guys are more looking for a spiritual purpose in life. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. You find that spiritual purpose is like the reason I teach. I don't need the money. I just need to teach what I was taught.
Yeah.
And it wasn't taught in school.
Yeah.
So anyway, that if you can stay, there'll always be idiots here.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's
100 years from now, there'll still be idiots out here.
Yeah. And then I think that's what keeps you going. So many people are like, whoa, Robert has all this money. What is he doing? Why is he giving us all this free information? And I think it's because it's your spirituality that just keeps you going and won't let you stop.
Right.
So.
I just remember my teacher said, I do not work for me, I work for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you work for everybody, whether it's saving trees or the environment or the oceans, picking up litter, like I don't know if you see me outside our building here, these guys, a bunch of drunks out here all the time.
All the time. It's scary.
A lot of good bars, but a lot of drunks too, But, they just throw trash around the place. Mm-hmm. And I'm trained to pick it up.
Yeah.
And so if you pick it up, you're spiritual.
Yeah.
If you criticize, you're mental. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow. I'm so glad we got to see another side of Robert. We don't get to see that often. And I know we teach a lot about money, but it's not just about that. It's so much more. And while being successful is important, we also have to be proud about what we do. So I hope this episode guides you towards your true passion and purpose in life. And enough of emotional Alex. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the like button, and comment below if you want to see anything else. And we also left a free gift for you in the description. So click the link to guide you towards your free gift. Bye everyone, take care.